Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video, I've got some great emulation news for you. We're talking about Game Boy, NES, PlayStation 1, and PlayStation 2. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off here talking about NES emulation with NESTOPIA, and NESTOPIA's got a brand new update, version 1.52. As always, I will leave a link to the entire changelog in the description below, so feel free to check it out. At a really high level, we've got some bug fixes, better frame timing for non-60Hz screens. There's now French and Polish translations, and yes, improved emulation accuracy. NESTOPIA is free, it's open source, it's very easy to use, and if you wanted to check it out, again, I'll leave a link in the description below. Moving on, and we're talking about PlayStation 1 emulation on a whole bunch of platforms with Duckstation. And Duckstation just got a minor update. Now, if you're currently using Duckstation, which I do recommend because it's one of the best PS1 emulators out there, you don't really need to update to this version if you don't want to. We've got a couple of things in here, and one of them is fixing software cursor rendering. Next up, we're talking about PlayStation 2 emulation on PC with PCSX2. And PCSX2 just got a performance update courtesy of Stenzek, the developer of Duckstation. So PCSX2 says, as part of the battle to overhaul our performance, Stenzek has made some VU changes. VU stands for Subscribe to Mr. Sujano, or it stands for Vector Unit, depending on how you want to interpret that one. At a high level, it has to do with the PS2 processor. Anyways, you can see up to a 15% boost in speed when VU is limited, and that is huge. PCSX2 is free, it's open source, and if you wanted to check out the latest version, which I would highly encourage, head over to PCSX2.net and click on Latest Nightly. The latest stable is horridly out of date, and it's version 1.6. The latest nightly here is version 1.7.3819. Moving on, and we're talking about Atari Jaguar emulation with BigPEmu. Yesterday we talked about BigPEmu's latest update, and well, today if you wanted to see an interview with the developer of BigPEmu, you absolutely can. The developer of BigPEmu is Rich Whitehouse, and RetroRGB had the opportunity to interview them. I'll drop a link to this YouTube video in the description below, and I do recommend checking it out. It's very interesting. And last up, we're talking about Mega Man 5 for the Game Boy, except not Mega Man 5 for the Game Boy, Mega Man 5 DX for the Game Boy Color. There's a brand new ROM hack that completely colorizes the game. It's available over on romhacking.net. I'll drop a link to it in the description below, and feel free to check it out. There are some important features. It's fully colorized, there are no slowdowns. There's an NES-styled pause screens, and it works in both real hardware and emulators. In my opinion, this colorization looks absolutely beautiful, and I love what they did with it. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. We talked about a bunch today. Let me know your thoughts about absolutely any of it in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Don't tempt fate, save your state.